In this video, I'm going to share with you my top 10 drift maps that I have found in Assetto Corsa. Starting it off with number 10, we have Abisu North Course. This map is located in Fukushima in Japan. This is a pretty fun map and it's really well known in the Assetto Corsa drift scene. In parts, I would say it's probably slightly more technical than some of the other tracks on this list, with some very slightly more difficult tighter corners, but it's definitely still not a difficult track in my opinion. It was made by a guy called Parmatrax and it's only one of many tracks that he has released, although I haven't tried most of the others yet. Taking 9th place, we have Sequoia Park. This is a really beautiful map and definitely very beginner friendly. It's pretty much solely made up of nice gentle flowing corners, and just like many of the other tracks on this list, it's a very good candidate for either solo or tandem drifting. If you haven't done it before, it also gives you a pretty good taste of aiming for clipping zones, with the ones on this track being very wide and easy to aim for. The creator of this map is a guy called CG Yosh, and he also has created a number of other tracks. Once again, I haven't got to try these out yet, but if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more maps, I might do a part 2 and go on a hunt for some of the other best tracks in Assetto Corsa. In 8th place, we have Steelyard. This is one of a few maps on this list by C Toretto, a fellow YouTuber and apparently a guy who makes great drift maps for Assetto Corsa. This one, the same as every other map on this list, is free to download. However, every C Toretto track in this video also has a paid version with more areas for you to explore, which I haven't done just yet, but I will definitely do it soon. So far I've just used the free versions and I've gotten tons of enjoyment out of them. This track will have you practicing both some more tight technical drifting along with some high speed gradual corners. A good mix for those looking for variety. Up next, in 7th place, I have chosen Naga Sakana, which is a fictional track set in Japan. This track was made by Dr. Zepto, and like many other creators on this list, he has a few other maps available too. This one is another example of a track that flows really well with nice smooth turns. Solo and tandem drifters alike will have a blast with this one. By the way, all the tracks that I show in this video will be linked down in the description, so be sure to check that out if you want to grab them. In 6th place, I have chosen the Backwoods. This is another map by C Toretto, and it's set in the USA. Just like Sequoia Park, this is another map where you'll find yourself immersed in a beautiful forest. This track is super wide, and overall I would say it's pretty beginner friendly, and definitely intermediate drifters shouldn't have any problems navigating their way through the forest roads. The only slightly more tricky part I came across in the free version of the map was around the halfway stage, where you drift over this hill. It provides a nice challenge as part of it is kind of unsighted, just as you come over the brow of the hill, but even if you don't get it right at first, you should get a good idea of where to place the car after a couple of attempts. Moving on to our 5th place track, we have the Tamwart UK Streets map, which is now the 3rd track from C Toretto to feature in this list so far. This one is really fun and slightly more challenging than some of the others in this video. It's still not an overly difficult track by any means, but if you are a beginner it does have some areas where the track narrows slightly. No matter what your skill level is though, I would definitely still recommend grabbing all of the tracks featured in this video, as your mileage may vary and you may find different tracks easier than others. And even if you struggle with any of them, with a bit of practice you'll be full sending it around them all in no time. In 4th, we have another map from, yep, you guessed it, C Toretto. This is Brooklyn Park. You may have seen this one before, as it is one that comes up quite often, being one of the more popular drift maps in Assetto Corsa, and for good reason. This is such a nice track to drift, and you could really get some nice tandems going here. With pretty nice gradual corners throughout, you should be able to follow the car in front pretty well. I would say it's definitely very beginner friendly, and it's one I find myself constantly going back to. The surrounding environment looks great, and it's a pretty chill track to drift on. So if you're looking to shred around the heart of New York, this is the one for you. Getting into the top 3 then, and this is the last track on the list from C Toretto. This is Full Send Drift Park. It's probably the most unique map on this list, as it doesn't take place on traditional roads. No, this is what I would imagine the result would be if you combined a skate park with a drift lover's paradise. This one is incredibly good fun with clipping zones marked out throughout for you to aim for. It's slightly tighter than some of the open road tracks on this list, but that certainly doesn't stop it from flowing exceptionally well. Each corner in this one syncs up beautifully to the next, and once you get in the rhythm, you'll just want to keep going. Getting to our final places now, and in 2nd we have Drift Playground by PJ Dulian. This is another track set in Japan, and it's also another track that flows seamlessly. One or two of the corners are slightly tighter and more technical than most on this list, but this track should be manageable for most drifters. This is another one where once you get into it, it's really hard to turn it off. The creator did an exceptional job making this one feel like an extremely progressive drift map to play that's hugely satisfying. I can't imagine any drift lover not enjoying this one. I also only found out while editing this video that there's a new 2025 version, which is being remastered by someone else, where the track stays the same, but the textures and environment are improved. So if you're interested, that could definitely be worth checking out. Taking our top spot, we have Euphoria Hillside Park by Rod Vion. This one is an exceptional map, and in my opinion is well deserving of the number 1 spot. It's the largest track on this list, at least if you're only using the free versions of each map, and it is an absolute joy to drift on. The track is 2.7 kilometers long, and is comprised of pretty much half downhill and half uphill sections as you loop your way down and around the mountain. It features a really nice variety of slower and higher speed corners, and this really is a map you could spend hours on. It's maybe not quite as beginner friendly as the nature of the track requires more control, particularly through the downhill sections where you're going to be naturally carrying more speed, although with that said, the track is quite wide so there is a decent margin for error. Whether you're flying solo or hopping on with a few friends, this is a fantastic map that I would highly recommend anyone picking up. Please let me know of any tracks in the comments below you think I should try out, and also let me know what you think of the tracks featured in this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss future videos, but that's it for this one guys, so I'll see you in the next one.